train, stay in shape, stay fit. You know what I'm saying? And you know, just make sure, you know, everything is functional with me. So, you know, but nevertheless, it's just getting routine with Ryan Garcia. At this point, how does anybody continue to support this dude? How does this dude continue to have support from, you know, so-called fans when this dude constantly get caught in lies, and people just ignore the fact that he's got caught in lies? You know, and the worst part about it is the most disappointing thing in regards to Ryan Garcia being caught cheating, and how he's lied on everybody, and how basically he can't tell the truth to save his life. Is just the people making excuses for him. At the end of the day, I didn't came to the conclusion, as far as the black community go, there ain't no black community. It's a coon pit, and it's a community. That's what's going on. Not a community, a community. And a lot of people want to be part of it. You can kill me out. I'm gonna continue to stick to my guns and just keep it 100. I don't want to be part of it. You know, at the end of the day, I'm not aligning myself with disingenuous and lying ass people who basically put out BS content. But at the end of the day, the more delusional you sound on social media and the more you lie, the more popular you get. I'm not going to do that. Not going to compromise my channel. So basically, the scooter person, which I didn't even think existed, I just thought it was just Ryan Garcia and his, uh, you know, very big, enhanced, delusional imagination. Ryan Garcia is clearly involved in some kind of, um, I'll say this much. He seems to have a issue with substance. Whether they are legal to use or not legal to use, he's using something, and that's without a shadow of a doubt, and that is clear as day. So basically, the scooter person came forward, you know, in basically a over a 24-hour period, and basically debunk Ryan Garcia's claims. He said he was only with Ryan Garcia 24 hours. He said you could check his resume. He named a list of people he's helped, as far as, you know, weight cut and all that kind of stuff. He named people such as LL Cool J and Tyler Perry and people like that. But, you know, nevertheless, another person that has basically said Ryan Garcia is lying on them. So Ryan Garcia could be in line for another lawsuit. Ryan Garcia is going to have so many pending lawsuits, he may not have any money left by the time this is over. He's been sent cease and desist letters. He's been sued, but somehow, some way, he is the victim. No matter how many people's name he dragged through the mud, slander their name, but people seem to be okay with that. No matter who Ryan Garcia defames and character assassinates, nobody says anything. And this dude still has the support of people, even though it's been proven that he is a liar and his word doesn't mean anything. And I am going to later talk about the slander and the hatred for Devin Haney and where did it come from. And for people to keep trying to use Bill as the excuse, like Bill is just the worst person they've ever seen, is just BS. And I just have to say it, and I'm going to continue to put out this type of content. Every time you guys come with something, I'm going to come with something. Just like they had people basically running with this lie, which was a blatant lie, just to slander Devin Haney's name. The funny thing is, Devin Haney is more popular than Tank. So I guarantee you, when Devin fights again, people are going to pay close attention to it. Devin is getting more videos made about him whether bad or good, than Tank. People were talking about him more than they were talking about Tank. Now, according to the numbers, Tank fight flopped. Said it did like 150,000 pay-per-views. But nevertheless, that's neither here or there. You know. Now it's funny when certain people would put out Devin's numbers and everybody was quick to run with it and say it's the truth because whatever, somebody like Rick Glazer said is supposed to be the gospel. And we all know that Rick Glazer has been hit and miss with some of his stories and some of the stuff that he's put out there. That's just fact. And I don't have nothing against Rick Glazer. He's doing what he's supposed to do. He's doing his job. Never met the man before. It is what it is. But I'm just puzzled. And it just goes to show you where we're going and where we're headed. And we're not going in a good direction where people just blatantly ignore wrongdoing. As long as they like the person, they will not hold them accountable. They will find a way to defend them. And like I said before, you black niggas make me sick to my stomach. You guys are pathetic. You guys are weak. And this is why everybody has surpassed us. This is why we don't have nothing. This is why we don't have no tangible, because we want to sit up here and align ourselves with everybody else, thinking that everybody likes us when it's been proven time and time again, nobody likes us. They just like to align themselves, temporarily align themselves with us. And then when they have the intel and the information they need, they take it, bring it to their communities, and they profit and benefit off of it and leave us with nothing and don't give us no credit for it whatsoever. But you niggas want to continue to do this because you want everybody to like you. You want everybody to be cool with you. You want everybody's approval except from your own. You value everybody else except who you come from. There's no more black is beautiful. Say it loud. I'm black and I'm proud. It's more like I'm black and I'm a fraud. I'm black and I'm a coon. I'm black and I'm a bad wench. I'm black and I'm a sellout. This YouTube, social media stuff has just turned people into virtual animals with no scruples, willing to humiliate themselves or humiliate others just to get views for just cheap and you know what I'm saying? And this, I mean, to just get a cheap following and not have real people like understand you and care about you, as long as you entertaining them, no matter how good, how tasteful or untasteful it may be. You actually have people that love these goofy ass prank people that think it's cool to go around harassing people. And like I said before, the mentality now is not about think about others. It's about, well, as long as it don't happen to me. I can't think like that. I care about people and I care as well as I care about myself. But that's how these people think now. At the end of the day, people don't have no integrity. They don't have no morals. It's about compromise yourself, build up your popularity, no matter how you get it. And that's what Ryan Garcia has done, and the people that support Ryan Garcia. If you support Ryan Garcia, you okay with him cheating? You want to continue to make excuses for him and use all these bullshit uh rational reasons on how, listen, he tested positive because he took something. I've explained to you that you just can't get Ostarine like you go into your local GMC and buy it, and then accidentally you would the man ordered it, and he's had another person basically say that he's a liar. But once again, people won't turn their backs on Devin Haney. But the dude who got cheated in the fight, everybody is mad at him, calling him weak. The weakest people is the people that saying Devin Haney weak. You guys are gutless and you're weak and you're punks. I know this internet stuff is your spinach. Like Popeye, it gives you strength when you sitting up here talking crazy. behind a computer and all this stuff, talking all this big boy stuff. I done told you a lot of these content creators, especially these boxing channels. I was hearing I was hearing uh BF TV. He was talking about this, and he is absolutely correct. These people that sit up here and talk all this crazy shit, talking about they gonna do this, they gonna do that, and these content creators that constantly make videos talking about other people. This is the thing. They sit up here, they make videos about people, but then when they see the person in real life, then they change their whole tune. I done seen several people do that stuff. They talk all that big boy shit. They be talking like they that dude and they super nigga. And then when these dudes confront them, they bitch up. And then they'll say, oh, it's just for the internet, it's just for that, it's just for this. So my thing is, I've seen it with my own eyes. I don't have to say no names. I done see quite a few of these dudes. They talk all this stuff. They talk all hard. They talk like they gonna do this, they gonna do that. And then when they see you, they don't do nothing. You know, I done had people do that to me, goofy, you know what I'm saying? Roided up ass niggas, fake bodybuilding niggas sitting up there making a little fake threats, on group chats. Then when they see you in person, they don't do shit. Except except look at you stupid. But I don't blame them because nobody wants to get I don't blame them because at the end of the day, nobody want to get knocked out. Nobody want to get, what I'm saying, get their knees shattered. Nobody want to get flipped on their head. So I understand that. It's cool to talk like that on group chats, but it's cool. I get that all the time. I've been threatened so many times to where I've lost count. Then these dudes see me, they walk up to me and say, "Oh, I like your channel." Like, man, get out of here. But that just shows you what this internet then did to people. Maybe the internet is the mark of the beast. Maybe that's the mark of the beast that they talking about. Because this shit got people fooled. Well, I don't know who Scooter. I don't know if he worked with Zab Zuda or whatever the case may be, but he apparently seems to be, I guess, for the most part, legit. But Ryan Garcia just lied on him like he's lied on everybody else. He's lied on supplement companies. I mean, all you got to do is just listen to the confrontation with him and Bill Haney, how he was just basically copping a plea, and Bill wasn't even yelling and screaming at him. When it don't even turn to a shout match where you having a guy tripped himself up, Ryan Garcia was tripping himself up, but then nobody wants to hear it. Nobody cares because they want to support this loser because that's what Ryan Garcia is. You could put up all the memes you want of Devin Haney, on the ground and all that stuff getting dropped. But at the end of the day, guess what? That ain't on this record. That officially ain't on this record. But then Ryan Garcia still has that knockout loss to Tank Davis. That's on his record. Ryan Garcia is definitely from California because that's how California do. They treat the perpetrators better than they do the people that's actually abiding by the law. They protect criminals in California. Hey, as long as you don't steal like $1,000 worth, I thought it was 500, but according to the, as long as you don't steal $1,000 worth of shit, you really don't get penalized. This is why a lot of businesses moved out of California. A lot of businesses. Brian Garcia is the person that did something, but then everybody is mad at Devin Haney. Make that make sense. I'm waiting for somebody to make sense of that. I told you we going backwards. We really are going backwards, and it's dangerous. So but that's where we are now as a whole. You know, people had this mentality: as long as it doesn't happen to me, it's all good. Uh, no sympathy for anybody else. But, you know, but then again, this is what happens when you have the influence of people on the internet. That's why they call it influence, because people could just say some crazy stuff and they can get, people to believe them. Some of these people on the internet have a cult following. And some of the stuff they say, they cannot even back it up. But if you make it sound good enough, people will believe you. People are easily swayed. People are easily moved. Just like I told you, I don't give a damn about no white boy or no non-black that can quote a line from Menace to Society, or they can do the little what is that song by Lil Boosie? The little wipe me down thing. Black people need to stop being so mesmerized by that kind of stuff. Easily impressed, easily. Oh, he's invited to the barbecue. He's invited to the cookout. Man, fuck it, fuck him. Would he invite you? He wouldn't even invite you to his neighborhood, let alone saying a cookout. But y'all always sitting up here being overly impressed by some white dude that can dance, or some white person that can dance, or some non-black that can dance. Okay, they got talent. Treat it as if you see a black person with talent. That's the problem. We sensationalize everything. That just goes to show you that black people idolize non-black people. Oh, white guy, they can rap. So? Shit. So? And? Oh, white guy, they can do reverse that. So? I mean, oh, white guy, that can sing. So? I mean, when I hear how these people be just slobbing their knobs, like, man, no wonder our community is so easy to infiltrate. See, the thing is, when other people have been conditioned to believe that there's no limitation on what they can do, versus us being brainwashed into believing there's only limited things that we could do. So of course, when somebody that doesn't look like us basically comes into our our space, our safe haven, our safety net, then all of a sudden we're just overly impressed, in which we shouldn't be. Once again, it come down to conditioning. Now I keep trying to explain that to y'all. Wish y'all would listen, man. It's just plain dumb. This is why a lot of people don't like me, because I'm a truth teller. When it pertains to that, people get mad when I say, man, I don't care about that stuff. Every once in a while I troll when you see just like it was some dude, some white dude or something that was like living in a black neighborhood. I guess they call them white folks, and everybody was just praising him. Like, what? I had to say so. I was like, so y'all just impressed by some white dude living in a black neighborhood? Like, what? Jeffrey Dahmer lived in a black neighborhood. And you see what he did. We know what he did. He made sandwiches out of them niggas. So, I mean, just stop it. I mean, man, how many spells I have to get rid of? Y'all niggas gotta stop being under a spell. Yeah, I gotta keep breaking these spells that y'all have, man. Like, man, come on, man, stop it. Yeah, don't say his name. I mean, I ain't worried about I ain't worried about the nigga, because if he didn't do nothing when he saw me, and I know he still listen. Opportunity will present itself again. But I mean, if you want to lose your chin, then that's fine with me. I mean, if you want to lose your chin, then I mean, if you want your jaw knocked the other way, to the opposite side of your face, then that's fine with me, because that's gonna happen to you. I'll stay at the gym. I can box. I don't show y'all everything I know how to do. Ask Troy King how strong I am. Ask him. He didn't see how. Yeah, ask him. I mean, I can. I mean, I can bench press 400 pounds without a spotter, and I can leg press over 1,000 pounds. So, I mean, it's cool. I mean, if you think it's that easy, fine. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. I can bench press 400 pounds without a spotter. Ask my dude Grant. So I mean, I'm just saying for the people that like trolling and all that kind of stuff, man. I don't want to hear that stuff. But I am just saying this stuff that like don't be fooled by these dudes, man. Don't be fooled by these dudes. These dudes ain't gonna bust a grape. And like I said, I'm not asking for no smoke. I just want to be left alone when I go to these fights or when I go on vacation. Like I said, I don't really like people walking up to me. I don't like people asking to take pictures because I really hate that shit. You know, if I can talk my way out of it, I'll talk my way out of it. I just do not like taking pictures. I don't like none of that stuff. I really don't. I still consider myself a private, you know what I'm saying, a private person. That's why, you know what I'm saying, I don't show my face. But people know what I look like. I've shown my face before, so not that I'm scared of that in any way. It's like I said before, I've shown my face, and when people said I was scared to show my face, and once again, didn't shit happen when people saw me. So, just stop it. Here we go. Oh man, let me get rid of this dude. I don't know why these dudes come on here looking for attention, but you wanted some attention, so let me block your ass. There you go. So, anyway, but you have to deal with that too. You got people trolling, but I'm glad I'm to the point to where I'm getting trolls, so that just goes to show you that I'm making a lot of noise and I love it. This goes to show you I'm making a lot of noise. My popularity is growing. Cool, cool, cool. And I did it the right way. I did it the right way, didn't have to sell out. But anyway, getting back to Lion Garcia. Um, one I mean one point it's like you kind of like it's kind of like one part of you is just shocked at the fact that Ryan Garcia has so many people backing him up. And then the other part and then one part of me is like, well, I'm not surprised because you know people on this internet shit is just fake. It's just no other way to put it. How can you support a guy that's been caught in constant lies? He's deceived his fans. He deceived boxing. This is the dude that purposely didn't make weight. He's been lying from the gate. I mean, how many lies have this dude been caught in? How many people have this dude lied on? How could this dude have this kind of support? And he did something wrong. So Ryan Garcia got a career in politics. I think Ryan Garcia should become a congressman or something because he definitely fit the mold. He definitely fit the mold because that's how most politicians are. Politicians can't tell the truth to save their life. You can catch them in a blatant lie, and they will still try to tell you that, that they still will try to either talk around it or deny it. So Ryan Garcia got a hell of a career in politics. Maybe he should run for governor. He probably would win. Oh, okay. So yeah, hey, you talking shit about but you brought your ass on here. But you on here. When I end this stream, it'll tell me how many views I really got. Actually, I'm averaging 1,000 views per live stream. Clicks. So, I'm glad you came on here to troll because you making a fool of yourself. Now, if you further want to humiliate yourself and get cooked even more, here's the thing. Why you got your ass on here? Why are you here then? Since you trying to talk about how many people are listening to my streams, there's a difference between people that listening and click on. So before you come on here talking crazy, learn how this YouTube thing works. So, I mean, if you would further like for me to humiliate you, you sitting up here talking about how many people watching my stream. And then here's another thing. Once I end the stream, in hours, I'll have over 1,000 clicks. At the end of the day, you made me money by coming on here just to make a stupid comment. I don't know why you guys come on here trying to talk shit when you sitting up watching my videos and making me money. So who's winning? So you took the time out just to say that. So do you want to embarrass yourself anymore? Do you want to humiliate yourself anymore? Because at the end of the day, I won. By you clicking on here and trying to talk about how many people watching my stream, I won. so so I mean, like, bro, do you want some more? Do you want some more? Do you want some? Oh, don't get quiet now since you popping off at the mouth. Yeah, shut up. Shut your bitch ass up. So he just proved my point. He just proved my point. See how emotional these people are? He took the time out to say that and he got his ass cooked. You can't talk shit about somebody's channel and say how many people are clicking onto their channel, how many views they got, but you watching the video. So at the end of the day, you contribute to the channel growing by just coming on the channel to talk shit, dummy. Oh man, these people. These people. Yeah, but I'm glad these Ryan Garcia fans are coming on my channel because they're hurt. Yeah, because that W is gone. Ryan Garcia is suspended. And then the thing is, why ain't y'all mad at Ryan Garcia? I mean, Ryan Garcia threw everybody under the bus, man. I'm gonna play the audio of Ryan Garcia, you know what I'm saying, throwing everybody under the bus. And don't try to act like y'all don't go by no code neither. But Ryan Garcia, he's spazzing out. He's spazzing out. He been spazzing out. He has no credibility. How could anybody listen to anything that come out of Ryan Garcia's lying mouth? Well, he might not be fighting on Mexican Independence Day because UFC got that date. They're gonna have the first event at the Las Vegas Sphere, and the Las Vegas Sphere is that I don't know if it classifies as an arena, but it is I guess you could say, well, it holds events. I mean, YouTube, not YouTube, shout out to Bono, opened up there. So this is going to be the first combat sports event there, if I'm not mistaken. But it holds up to 18,000 capacity. So that would be, what you would call capacity capacity for a boxing event. I've been asking Top Rank, when they was gonna hold the event there. I talked to Evan. Evan had told me they was working on it, but UFC beat everybody. So that's gonna be the first combat sport event that's gonna be at the Las Vegas Sphere. So they basically took Canelo's date from him. Unfortunately, that's unfortunate for Canelo, but just boxing to a certain degree, they just don't have their shit together. Nobody wants to see Canelo Alvarez fight Edgar Berlanga. This is just another predictable fight for Canelo, another fight where we know the outcome already. Canelo is either going to beat the hell out of Edgar Berlanga or he's going to stop him. Edgar Berlanga doesn't have the experience, and to a certain degree, he may not have the mental capability to go into a fight with somebody like Canelo. Keep in mind, this is a dude that tried to, he kind of like bit somebody, constant headbutts. And you can see Top Rank gave up on him after a certain amount of fights, let him go over to Matchroom. So what does that say about him? But, Canelo, he's not going to receive any backlash, and this is what I say about boxing, and this is what I say about finicky fans. They give the exception to somebody they like. It doesn't matter where you are as a fighter. If you want to continue to solidify yourself and say you all-time great, you have to fight great people. Listen, I understand as well as anybody. Yeah, every fighter once in a while, they deserve what you would call, a breather of a fight. If you didn't fought like 4 or 5 tough fights in a row and you kind of want to fight like a lower level fighter, okay, that's fine. But when you do it on a regular basis, when you continue to fight questionable opposition, have questionable ops, as we say now, such as Tank and other people, where you intentionally have these type of fights on a regular basis, and your fans don't say nothing about it, well, they're going to continue to do this. Canelo, he just have got accustomed to fighting these type of dudes. I just don't think he wants a tough fight anymore. I don't think he wants a life or death fight. He knows David Benavidez is going to be a very tough fight for him. And I know there are some people out there that call themselves experts and whatever the case may be and think that Canelo is just going to blow through David Benavidez. I don't see that. I don't see it being that way. I think David Benavidez is going to be a very difficult fight for Canelo. I have David Benavidez beating Canelo. Even when I do predictions, when I say I'm rarely wrong, I'm rarely wrong. I mean, I'm rarely wrong. I always knew. Listen, when I saw Terrence Crawford versus Jeff Horn, that fight told me right then and there he was going to beat Errol Spence. That was all I needed to see to tell me that Terrence Crawford was going to be the one that beat Errol Spence. And I knew that not only was Terrence Crawford going to beat Errol Spence, I knew he was going to stop him. Nah, the dude just, I mean, I don't really know much about him until he basically spoke today and I heard him speak on the situation. I can find out more about him, but I think at this point, enough has been said. He basically just another dude that came forward and just exposed Ryan Garcia from being a lying, disingenuous motherfucker. I don't think there's too much to talk about concerning Scooter. I mean, he's pretty much said what it is with him. Yeah, Dana White ain't worried about boxing because he sees the overall picture, what's going on with boxing. It's an easy fix with boxing, but for it to happen, the fighters gotta put one foot forward, but they don't want to do it. So when you have a mixture of the fighters, the promoters, the managers not being on one accord, this is going to continue to happen. It's always certain, to a certain degree, let certain fights marinate. Okay, to a certain degree, that's true. But, you know, too much marination, you know, can either cause the meat to undercook or, you know what I'm saying, have not have the type of flavor it should have when it's cooked. So you don't want it to marinate too long. There's no reason why Tank versus Shakur Stevenson can't happen this year. It's time to make that fight. Now, depending on what happens with Devin Haney will still be in the mix, but Devin Haney got to figure some things out. I think, me personally, I think Devin Haney will fight again this year. I don't think he's going to take an actual year off. I think Devin Haney will fight again this year. Uh, Tank versus Lomachenko, from my knowledge, is close to being finalized. That announcement could be coming soon. Tank is already in training for that fight. And the thing is, Tank is actually learning how to fight orthodox. So he wants to give Lomachenko some different looks. And I'm glad that Tank is taking this fight serious because Tank, like it or not, to a certain degree, he may have his hands full. I still am picking, in all likelihood, for Tank to defeat Lomachenko. I think he will stop Lomachenko like in the later rounds. I think he'll stop Lomachenko between the 8th and the 10th round. But I think this is going to be another fight where Tank is going to have to play catch up. I think this could be another fight where Tank falls behind and he has to play catch up. But I do think eventually Lomachenko will get tired. I think Lomachenko is going to eventually get walked down by Tank. I think Tank will land shots in certain periods of the fight. I think Tank will start to land his shots. I think he'll hurt Lomachenko. He'll start hurting Lomachenko with body shots. And then I think that'll wear Lomachenko down. And I just think once Tank forces Lomachenko to go backwards and he gets Lomachenko up against the ropes, then that's when it'll be night. Because Lomachenko isn't really the type of fighter that likes to, grab and clinch people. Doesn't really do that. So I see Tank in all likelihood getting the stoppage, but would it be out of the realm? Would it be shocking if Lomachenko won this fight? I wouldn't be that shocked, but I think Tank is just going to be too much for Lomachenko. Lomachenko is 36 years old. We have to take that into account. Lomachenko has a lot of wear and tear on him. You have to understand sometimes with fighters, they can just put a whole bunch of extra energy in one particular fight versus the other. I think Lomachenko was motivated and he saw he had a style that could beat George Kambosos. So Lomachenko, basically this time around, Lomachenko started off a lot faster than what he's accustomed to doing. And he wore Kambosos down and he got the stoppage. I don't think Lomachenko at 36 and then he'll be more closer to 37 by the time November rolls around. So Lomachenko got a lot of wear and tear on him. I just think that Tank will catch him. But for Tank's sake, he better win, because PBC has a losing record going head up with Top Rank. Top Rank is like 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 30 and 7 or something versus Top Rank is like 30 and 7 or something versus PBC fighters in head-to-head matchups. So Top Rank is overwhelmed the PBC. So Tank got to be the exception. It's no secret why Al Heyman has been hesitant to put the PBC fighters in the ring with Top Rank. Oh, and by the way, don't worry, I'm going to talk about the ignorant statements made by Floyd Schofield. Those statements he made was reckless, ignorant, and just dangerous for him to even suggest what he said in that video on Instagram. It was just very just alarming, to say the least. Yeah, people don't want to tell the truth about that. People don't want to tell the truth, but PBC got a losing record versus Top Rank and head-to-head matchups. I mean, look at Lomachenko versus Gary Russell Jr. So that's all you need to know. But anyway, appreciate you guys. I'll be back with more later on. It's your boy Town. I'm out.